Hello there, doll faces. It's me, Callie Meister. I'm here to do another tarot reading for Sagittarius. This is going to be valid from March 19th to March 31st of 2019. And as I've said in other videos, we're going through a Mercury in retrograde and a moon transitioning from Pisces into Libra. So this is going to be a lot of fun for everybody, where instead of a focus on intuition and things that have been going on with the Piscean moon, with Libra, it's a focus on relationships. And this isn't just a romantic relationships. This is relationships that have to do with friendships, family, all sorts of relationships. And there may be things in relationships that we're needing to kind of stop and assess. And in fact, that's the biggest thing for Sagittarius. What this retrograde has Sagittarius feeling is like they can't get where they need to go. All the fire signs are having this sort of like, oh my God, there are detours. Every time I go someplace, it feels like they're telling me I can't get there from here. I used to live near the college campus in the town where I was living at the time, is Knoxville, Tennessee, and I used to joke, people pull over and say, hey, how do I get there? Well, I'd say you can't get there from here because all the roads one-wayed in the opposite direction for which you needed them to go. And I feel like that's what Sagittarius is feeling right now. It's like, I'd like to be over there, but it's not so easy getting over there. And that's what you're dealing with. So also I pulled some cards for Sagittarius, and you have some really interesting cards. In fact, you have the card that to me is Sagittarius. And that's in your final outcome. But the first card you have is the Two of Pentacles. Now, Two of Pentacles Pentacles have to do with security, job, and finance. This is a card about taking risk. It's about duality in resource. It's about, doing more than one thing. And the one thing that's really cool about Sagittarius, the one thing you guys have in your favor that makes me so ridiculously jealous, is Sagittarius is the luckiest sign in the zodiac. Nearly every Sagittarius I know can find four-leaf clovers. Even though they may not feel like they're lucky people, to me, when I look at their lives, they come off as being extremely lucky. They always kind of seem to be in the right place at the right time. And they're always good at manifesting what they need in regards to like, okay, I need this. Well, they just kind of stumble across it. It's sort of an interesting gift that Sagittarius has. And so this is kind of about taking calculated risks, which is another gift that Sagittarius has. They're really good at just kind of boldly going where no one would really want to go. And that's the fire signs in general. You guys just kind of barrel right in there without any fear. And that's so much so of the Sagittarius and the Two of Pentacles. This is in the past position. So this is talking about risks that you've taken in choice and doing more than one thing at once. Now, I kind of feel that this, because of the retrograde, didn't pay off in the way that you had wanted it to. It's not bad, but it wasn't the big gain that you were hoping. So where you are right now in this current place is the Hierophant, and this is a card about tradition and doing things in a traditional way. It's about rules in the system and following the rules, which I'm going to tell you, Sagittarius, that's not one of your strong suits either. You really like to be these kind of court gestures, kind of people who buck the system. You tend to be a little bit of contrarians. You want to do things differently. You like to go in and say, okay, this is how you do it. Well, I'm going to do it differently just to show you it can be done some other way. But right now, what the universe is telling you is it may be time for you to step back and kind of look at the rules. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to play by all of them, but you need to look at them and reassess them for the meaning that they have. Now, this is your card to me. This is the Magician, and this is your future. This is a great card about creation and about idea. It's the place where idea and creation come from. And what's interesting about this card is it's not so much about knowing what you want to do creatively. It's that place where you know you want to be creative, but you're not entirely sure yet what you want to do. So this is the place where you create ideas. So it's almost like creation, behaving as creation. Also, when you think of a magician, you think of somebody who you're watching and they're doing something right here, but the real work is happening right out of your sight line. And so they're distracting you with something while you do this other work. And that's sort of the message of the magician too. There are things that are happening on this subconscious that we're not necessarily seeing, and the distractions are happening in front of us of that creation. So understand, in the future, I feel like you're going to have to be really creative, and you're going to create something in regards to go back and letting go of the risks that you've taken in the past. So it's okay for you to be yourselves, because again, when I see the Magician, I think of true Sagittarius, and it feels like you kind of got hurt from taking this risk and going, okay, this didn't pay off the way I wanted it to. Maybe I have to go back to the traditional self. Well, you don't have to go back to that traditional self, but look at that and say, okay, this is where I learned. I can still be me, and I can still kind of look at the way things are supposed to be structured and understand that that does have a purpose. And that's where you guys are going for these 2 weeks. So thank you for tuning in, and please like my videos, share my videos, subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in booking a reading with me, please check out my description. My website is in the description. My email's in the description. My Facebook business page is in the description. All these wonderful ways to get a hold of me are in the description. So reach out to me if you're interested. Thank you guys. Have a great 2 weeks. Bye.